So hello and welcome to week 8 of this mindfulness-based stress reduction approach that we're taking to our practices. This is the start of week 8. Um, Last week we focused on our theme of last week was waking up. And in waking up, we stepped out of autopilot mode by learning to pay attention on the things that we do moment to moment as we do it. This week is a continuation, it's a build up from that. And our theme this month, this week rather, is asking the question, what brought you here? Why are you here now? Why are you here today? What brought you here? It's a very important question because sometimes we find ourselves doing things or being in a place, but not really taking time to understand, to reflect on how did I get here? Why am I here? What am I going to gain from being here? And so that's the question that we're asking today. Why are you here? And that question pertains to me too. Why am I here? As you take time to ponder that question, I'd like to begin our conversation today and our meditation, ensuing meditation, with this quote from Yvonne Woon. Yvonne Woon. Woon spelt Woon. And the quote reads like this: sometimes you have to look back in order to understand the things that lie ahead. Sometimes you have to look back in order to understand the things that lie ahead. In emotional intelligence literature, and particularly in emotion management studies, so emotion management, the management of emotions, there's a thing called mental scripts. Mental scripts. And mental scripts refer to the lines, the reasons that play in the mind that we tap into to understand, to frame why and how we do things. So we tap into an existing script in our minds, which is playing behind the scenes and almost constitutes the frame as to why we behave in a particular way or why we may say something or do something. It's the script emotion management study says that influences that, almost like the frame. And so when we ask the question, what brought you here? What mental script comes to mind for you? What immediately taps, what can you connect to when you think about responding to that question? And you don't need to force it, it's already there. And it's an opportunity then to step back into that mental script to become curious. That's a word that we use in mindfulness. Become curious about that. Feel into that reason. And you might find that in becoming curious about that mental script, there's so much learning there. Now, our intention is not to become overtaken by the narratives. Yes, these scripts ultimately are narratives. Um, they are important for becoming curious. What's more important, though, is that you are here right now. That's what's most important. And so, just before we get into our meditation, um, what I'd like us to do is to spend some time becoming more curious around what brought us here. What are we gaining from being here? What are you gaining from being here? What are you learning? How are you becoming more you by attending these weekly meditations? So having those questions in mind, I now encourage you as I close my eyes to allow yourself to drop in to this 10-minute meditation, which is all about what brought you here. This will be a 10-minute meditation. And so, in meditation, in meditating in a mindful way, we ask you to begin often by putting yourself into a comfortable position as best as you can. And as best as you can suggests it doesn't need to be perfect. Just be as you are. Bringing awareness to how you're sitting, standing perhaps, or lying down. Bringing awareness to how your body is arranged. Perhaps your feet are on the floor, the soles of your feet touching the floor. Bringing awareness to that. Perhaps you're lying down on the bed, flat with your arms or your hands facing towards the ceiling, the palms of your hands facing towards the ceiling, your head in your pillow. Bring awareness to how you're lying down, ensuring that the aim is to fall awake, not to fall asleep. And if you're walking, just pay attention as best as you can to each movement, each step you make, using each step to become even more focused to the words that you hear me speak. Using your body then to allow yourself to arrive here. That's all that matters, really, that you're here. Welcoming yourself here as you now notice your breathing. The inhale and the exhale. Noticing that with each inhale and exhale, you're feeling relaxed, settling in, becoming even more present. And here's a question now for you to allow to sit as a script on the screen of your mind. And there's no need to mentally answer this question. Just allow it to be there. See if you can sit with this question side by side as you allow what comes to simply emerge as part of this practice. What brought you here today? What brought you here today? Perhaps you tune into this practice because you've always done so. Perhaps you tuned in today because you are seeking some calm. Perhaps you are here because this is what you want to do before you start your week. Perhaps curiosity brought you here to find out what this is all about. Perhaps you're not even sure why you're here. Perhaps you've been tuning in all along, but you're still not sure why you're here. But perhaps you do know why you're here, but yet there's more learning, more understanding to find out. When all is said and done, the fact is that you are here, present, now. Perhaps this is why you are here. And so for a few moments, just allow this question, why am I here, just to percolate. Sit with this question for a second. Be under no pressure to try and answer it. Just sit with it side by side. Why am I here? And if your mind wanders as you sit here with this question, do not judge yourself, don't be harsh on yourself. If your mind wanders, that's what the mind does. Just bring it gently back, non-judgmentally, without any harshness to yourself. Bring it back using your breath, using your breathing, noticing where it's gone, where did your mind go, and now gently bring it back to this space and to this question, why am I here? And as you continue to breathe in, as this question sits in the forefront and at the background of your mind, just sitting there, no attempt really to try and respond to it mentally, just allowing it to be there as you keep on breathing in and breathing out. Noticing your body as you do so and any arising sensations that you feel around your body. See if you can bring a sense of thankfulness and gratitude for being here today. A sense of gratitude for the question itself. A sense of gratitude for any insights that have arisen in response to this question. Perhaps too a sense of gratitude for the insights and for the answers to this question that are yet to come. A sense of gratitude for your openness toward this question. Bring a sense of gratitude perhaps for the fact of being here. And so coming back now to the body, using your breath now to come back to your body, the way that your body is located, sitting, lying, or standing. Using your breath to touch the four corners of your body, the length and the breadth of your body, and indeed the width of your body, the circumference of your body. Bringing awareness to that and noticing that sense of deep peace and calm. And taking another breath in and out, and in and out. And when you're ready, you can open up your eyes. And thank you for taking time to attend the meditation this week. These are weekly meditations aimed at stress reduction using mindfulness-based stress reduction. This is a method and practice put together by Jon Kabat-Zinn, really bringing the best of Buddhist meditation into a practice that specifically is aimed at reducing stress, better managing with stress, and better coping with stress, because life comes with stresses. It's how we experience stress that really determines how we experience life itself and how we experience work. Yes, because work is a fundamental part of living. So I'm going to end today's meditation with some activities. So what I'd like you to do this week is to take some time to reflect on what has shifted for you. What has shifted for you as you practice mindfully? Just to notice, as you respond to that question, why am I here? What shifted? What changes have you noticed or not? And note these down, write them down in a reflective journal. Note them down because these are very important. Okay, so that's what I'd like you to do this week. This week, just reflect on any shifts that you feel as you respond to that question. Next week, our practice is going to be towards intention and what do you want. So you can see that there's a natural build up here from waking up out of autopilot to asking ourselves the questions while we're here, to actually now asking, what's my intention? What do I want? Let's end with the quote that we started with from Yvonne Woon. Sometimes you have to look back in order to understand the things that lie ahead. See you soon.